Is Lavar Ball responsible for the NIL deals that we have today? Let's discuss. Now, for those who don't know, Lavar Ball is the father to LaMelo, Lonzo, and LiAngelo Ball, with Lonzo and LaMelo Ball making it to the NBA and LiAngelo Ball spending a short stint at UCLA College. The Ball family became known while the Ball brothers were having stellar careers at Chino Hills High School in Los Angeles, California. The careers became so big that some of the games were being broadcast on ESPN. So naturally, since the kids are standouts, the parents get interviewed. Lavar Ball took advantage of that opportunity immediately, and from his very first interview, you could tell he had a plan.
How amazing is it for you to watch your kids on this stage?
Well, I've planned this for a long time, and it's beautiful to watch them out here for all you guys to see what I've been watching all my life. Let's go.
Speaking of you and your beautiful wife, obviously, kind of knew that you were going to create some amazing basketball players, right?
Well, definitely. I picked her out. I said I need a 6-footer to go with my jeans, and this is what you're going to get when you get there.
All right.
So as you can see, this one of his first interviews, and I say you can see because LaMelo Ball sitting right next to him, and he's still in 8th grade. He ain't even in high school yet. They just focusing on Lonzo and LiAngelo. That's how much they was killing. LaMelo ain't even come yet. But peep his shirt. Peep LaVar and LaMelo's shirts. They say team ball. So even back then, he was focused on making his family a brand. If you look close, somebody in the background is wearing a team ball shirt as well. So he was very intentional. He would later turn that team ball into the Big Baller brand. And as the brothers' popularity grew more and more on the court because of the skills they displayed, Lavar was making sure the family's popularity grew off the court as well by providing boastful and sometimes even outlandish takes on his kids and even himself.
Stuff like
Tell
this.
me how you gonna beat me.
Why are you doing this? Why are you? Is this another marketing tool of yours?
Check this out.
What?
Everybody used to say who was the best, Michael Jordan or
Who did you
LeBron.
think was the best?
They
Who
said,
did you think
who's
was the best?
Kobe or LeBron?
Who did you think was the best?
Guess what the story is now?
Who's
better, LeVar or Michael
Ain't
Jordan?
nobody think about no Dan LaVar.
Yes, they are. Look at you. Who we talking about?
Think about no LaVar.
Me and LeVar.
Are you good? Lonzo, yes. Not LaVar.
And LaVar was right. The world was talking about him. And in turn, the world was talking about the Ball family, Lonzo, LaMelo, and Jello. And VAR used every opportunity to promote the brand.
Nothing but the gear, the clothing gear. Everybody want to go out and look nice. Oh, that Big Baller brand, that's us, man. We came up with this, me and my wife. It's a family brand, and each one of the B's represent my boys. The first B is kind of fancy. It represents Melo. The second B is always a solid B, which is Jello, the strong one. Open B, the last one, which is Lonzo. And you don't know what he's going to do. So that's how we came up with that logo, the triple B's. We stand.
So as you can see, it's clearly a family business. But 3 of the family members are still student athletes at the time. LaMelo and LiAngelo in high school and Lonzo at UCLA College. But once Lonzo got drafted at the 2nd pick to the Los Angeles Lakers, they turned the brand up a whole nother notch.
This is Big Baller water.
Okay, what's special about this water?
Well, I'm going to tell you something special that's better. You ain't going to never, ever see an African-American on the water, but that show looked like Lonzo Ball.
So as you can see, LaVar was taking the BBB brand to different heights with different ventures. But then he changed the game when BBB dropped Lonzo Ball's signature shoe, the ZO2, for a whopping $495. This made a lot of noise because this was the first time this was done. An independently owned sneaker from the athlete, independently owned brand. And then, of course, the price. It was the talk of the town. Then piggybacking off the hype of Lonzo Ball's signature sneaker, Big Baller brand decided to drop a signature sneaker for the youngest brother, LaMelo Ball. Being as his popularity continued to grow because of his game and his electric personality.
Swag, my boy. I'm gonna send you a couple fits because you need to fix your swag up.
You think so? You think so? I'm 16 on my own shoe. How you think?
So now we have a high school player with his own basketball sneaker. This was unprecedented because at the time, student athletes weren't allowed to get paid for their likeness. But this is a family business. This is his dad's business. This is the family business. You can't say no to that. Like, you're working for the family. So this when things got tricky. So along with apparel of sneakers, clothing, water, the Ball family also started a television show on Facebook called Ball in the Family. Now, at the time, LaMelo was still in high school, LiAngelo was still in college, and Lonzo was just getting drafted by the Lakers. So LiAngelo and LaMelo were still student athletes at the time, but they're getting paid by Facebook for a TV show. But once again, it's a family business. Big Baller Brand. All right, so now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the topic. So all this situation with the Ball family probably began around 2016-ish. And it probably peaked. It was peaking all the way to like 2020. And the reason why 2020 probably the peak is because 2021 is when the NIL deal started. For years and years and years, NIL deals have been stopped. There hasn't been any deal reached. They're saying they can't do it. Even been lawsuits. But all of a sudden, when this family, black family I would say, figured out a way around a loophole for their kids to get paid, NCAA finds a way for NIL deals to exist. Now, as the Ball family popularity rises, LiAngelo Ball gets suspended from UCLA for shoplifting in China. But Lavar Ball, being the champion, he turned that tragedy into triumph by pulling LiAngelo Ball out of UCLA and starting his own basketball league. The league was called the JBL, standing for Junior Basketball League, and it was an alternative for students who did not want to go to college directly after high school and did not want to go overseas to play for 1 year, but wanted to make some immediate money for doing what they love. At the time, there were no other options like this. And although the JBL wasn't successful as an individual league, what it was successful at was opening up more opportunities for high school kids that did not want to go to college or did not want to go overseas, but wanted to make immediate money for doing what they love. The G League started offering high school players the opportunity to come there and get paid and play there for a year before going to the NBA. For those who don't know, the G League is a development league for the NBA that's been around for years, but never offered this opportunity until they seen the JBL. Well, until after the JBL. Also, there were other leagues that started to spawn. One prime league is Overtime, where players are getting drafted from now. Most recently, the twins, the Thompson twins, Amin Thompson and Azor Thompson. One playing for Houston Rockets, the other playing for Detroit Pistons. I remember them specifically because when I seen them get drafted, that's when I first heard about the league. Like, what's this? And then I looked it up, and I'm like, man, they took the idea from VAR, but it is what it is. And the G League produced some prospects that we heard of, such as Scoot Henderson and Jalen Green, both being number 2 draft picks in their respective classes. Nowadays, student athletes are getting paid millions of dollars to do what they love doing. And they deserve it. It's long overdue, actually. And in my opinion, they all owe a thank you to one man, and that's Lavar Ball. Give that man's respect, you heard? Why, yeah.